This is Manifest Everything Always. This is the first time I've ever been live on this channel. The reason why I'm going live is because I'm doing a 9-day money manifestation challenge, and I wanted to talk about the challenge and exactly what is going to be happening in this challenge. I think I spoke about it on my threads page yesterday, and also on here as well. So in my previous video, I put a list of askfirmations that we can say throughout this challenge. Essentially what it is you're going to be saying askfirmations or affirmations, whatever you want to say, 3 times a day, morning, afternoon and evening. This is what I like to do anyway when I'm doing a challenge. You can decide you want to be manifesting a specific amount of money, or you can be manifesting just, abundance, unlimited amount of money. I'm someone who, I work online, I sell digital products, I've got blogs, I've got a digital services business. And so a lot of the time when I do these affirmations, when I do this type of challenge, I'm doing it to remind myself of the fact that I am an abundant being, to remind myself that money is an unlimited resource, because you can find yourself wavering sometimes. I'm sure even all the top manifestation gurus and all of that, they're not always 100% in total alignment. There'll be times when they might feel like, bit of self-doubt. And so it is good to just continue to keep on reminding yourself. It's just like if you are someone who, like if you're a Christian or if you're a Muslim, you're not just going to only pray when things are going badly. You're going to continue to pray regardless of what the situation is. You're going to continue to give thanks for whatever you have in your life, for being alive, for having food to eat, for having a bed to sleep in, for having friends, and for having family. You're going to keep paying. So affirmations and affirmations, they should be spoken all the time. Whether you speak it out like verbally, or whether you say it in your mind, or whether you write it down, or whether you listen to it, it just keeps you in alignment and it keeps you in the state. And I find that when I'm doing a money manifestation challenge or any kind of challenge, it really helps to kind of heighten that state of being in the feeling of the wish fulfilled. For me, I like to do these challenges to, like I said, to remind myself, to reawaken a feeling if that feeling has kind of faded a little bit, or if I'm really seeing a lot of success and I'm like, kind of, I'm cool, I'm cool. I like to really step into that feeling as often as I can. I like to say affirmations daily anyway. I say affirmations daily regardless, but when I'm doing an intense money manifestation challenge, I like to just whatever I need to say over and over and over again throughout the entire day. And so I'm just in the state for the entire day, whether I'm listening, whether I'm saying it in my mind, whether I'm writing. Often I listen when I'm doing something. I say it when I'm not doing anything. I write it out when I'm just not doing anything as well. So I wanted to give you some of the askfirmations that you could say. I've actually got some in my previous video in the description. So let me just find. These ones are going to be slightly different to what's in the description, but they've still got the same meaning. So you can say these out, and I'm probably going to leave these in the description as well. Another thing I'm going to leave in the description, I have 2 e-guides. I have one called 174 Askfirmations for Making Money Online in Abundance, and I have another one called Uncovering Limiting Beliefs Around Money, 30 Days to Abundance. These e-guides are really powerful e-guides, and they're going to really help you if you're struggling with manifesting money, especially if you're struggling with limiting beliefs surrounding money. I was watching, it wasn't a video, I think it was a thread. I read a thread yesterday, and this woman was saying that she doesn't like it when gurus, money manifestation gurus, say things like, if you're struggling with your money mindset, just say affirmations and it will clear your money blocks. She was talking about how people seem to ignore real life stressors, you know, real life issues, real problems that you're going through that can't just be, you know, cleared away by doing affirmations. You know, I believe that it's just like some Christians don't believe in therapy at all. They just think prayer is the only thing you need to do. But there's nothing wrong with doing the two side by side. So if you are really struggling with mental health issues and other kinds of issues, then therapy combined with affirmations, combined with healthy eating, you know, combined with prayer, all of these things can help you. You know, if you're going through something really serious, like a real serious financial crisis, you know, then obviously you want to tap into real world resources as well as, you know, get a job, as well as therapy, as well as looking into ways that you can increase your income, and, you know, other things. I want to get this done because I have another live to do on my other channel. I don't have a lot of time. I don't want to make this live too long. I just want to introduce the fact that we're doing this challenge, and I'm going to be doing 9 days of content on here. I'm also going to be doing 9 days of content on my threads page. My threads page actually isn't connected to this page. It's not called manifest everything always. It's called Manifest Digital Dollars, and I just created that threads page on a whim because I wanted to do an experiment. So I want to just get some of these affirmations that we can say. Okay, so if you make money online, then a good affirmation could be, why is making money online so natural for me? Why do the right buyers always find my work? Why am I always aligned with new opportunities? Just for general money, you can say something like, why does money flow into my account every single day? Why is money always flowing into my account on a daily basis? Why do I always have more than enough to pay my bills and to live my best life? Why do I get paid to exist every single day? Why does money come to me so easily and effortlessly? These are the type of askfirmations you can say. Throughout this challenge, we're going to be saying askfirmations over affirmations. Askfirmations are more like the ones I just said, like questions. Affirmations are more like, you know, I am rich, I have plenty of money, I am so grateful for this money. Money flows to my account on a daily basis. These kind of like, they're more like statements, whereas affirmations are more like questions. And I find that affirmations work better for me because they help me to kind of bypass that resistance. But like I'm saying, I'm not saying you shouldn't do therapy. I'm not saying you shouldn't do the real life work. I'm an advocate of taking action as well as doing the affirmations. Some people, they do the affirmations or do the affirmations and they don't do any work, and they sort of say, oh, it's not working. You know, I do believe it's possible for you to receive money out of thin air, gifts. You know, I received $60 out of thin air yesterday. I received another $50 out of thin air this morning. So, and when I say out of thin air, it wasn't for something specific. I just received the money. So you can receive gifts. You can receive money out of thin air. You can receive tips from people. You can receive unexpected refunds. That those refunds were denied in the past, and then suddenly the money gets sent to your account. You know, you can receive, you know, contracts out of the blue, and clients just, you know, signing up out of the blue, like you haven't really been promoting anything, but an article that you wrote 4 years ago has given you a new client. Like, these kind of things can happen, but I believe that action is part of it, because even when you're not necessarily doing something like work, the action is in the saying of the affirmations. You're actually doing something. You're not just sort of sitting there and just hoping for the best. But I feel like you really heighten your results when you actually take action, inspired action, whether it be something like creating a video and putting it out there, whether it be creating a digital product and putting it out there, whether it be applying for work, whether it be posting a few thread posts, or whatever it is. If you are really focused on living that life that you want to live, I believe that inspired action is part of the process. And often people bypass that and say, oh, it's not, you don't need to work, all you need to do is just say these affirmations, just lie down and everything just works out. When you see people post YouTube videos where they say, I get paid to exist, I get paid to exist, they're still taking action because they're creating YouTube videos. So yeah, they're getting paid to exist because they are creating videos about whatever they want to create videos about, and they're making money from that. But they are still taking some form of action. It might not be something that is really difficult, they're taking some form of action. So you want to do something throughout this period of time. If you're not someone who's doing anything at all, like maybe you're completely jobless and you're not looking for work, I would strongly suggest that you start looking for work throughout this process. If you're someone who, maybe you might create digital products, but you haven't created a new offer in a while, nothing seems to be selling, you want to you want to maybe update digital products you already have, you want to refresh your sales page, you want to put new sales copy on there, you want to start posting about your digital products, whether it be creating a video about it, putting it on Pinterest or whatever it is, but you want to do something. I'm going to leave this video here, this live here, and if I get a bit of time, I'll do another live today where I'm going to give 10 Askfirmations that you can say, but you can download my 174 Askfirmations for making money online in abundance in the description, and you can also download my uncovering limiting beliefs in the description as well. And I'm going to leave this piece here. Take care. Bye bye.